Hello, what's up, everyone? We are back on the Patients on Demand podcast. Welcome, Pod Squad. Maybe that's what I'll start calling you guys. To another week. I hope you've enjoyed the last few weeks. We have done a mini series of me coaching at another mastermind, and we've covered everything from SEO to Google My Business to website questions. So you should really check out the last 3 episodes if you haven't. So much good content in there to really take forward and move you forward in the business. Other big updates going on around here. It's raining for a couple days, so apologies. I may have a little bit of low lighting. That's not as good as usual. I cannot stand, I don't know about you guys, but I cannot stand those lights that are right in front of you because I literally get a migraine within about 5 to 10 minutes. So I don't use those. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed. I don't use those if you're watching this on YouTube. So sorry, you have to put up with that and put up with my amazing recording camera not hooking up to my computer right now. So you get me as I am. That's just how it is. Just another reminder for all of you guys that you find excuses. This is not what I'm going to talk about today, but when you find excuses for things to get in the way or why not to do things like, oh, women, I haven't put on my makeup, I can't do this call or whatever, you just got to move through them. Or my camera's not right, it's going to look bad on YouTube because it's not in 1080p, whatever. People want the video, they want the content, they want that. They don't care as much about the rest of it. So just a little side note, little side lesson from this morning, something I try to instill in my employees, in my children, and all that. I could almost probably make a podcast episode about that. But that is not what I'm here to talk to you about today at this moment. I wanted to share with you some things we've been going over in my private coaching group, which is something that if you're a member of P2 Website Secrets or a patient on demand system, then you get access to me once a week, which is awesome because I come on live just like this, except there's other faces looking back at me. We answer all sorts of fun questions. But I got one of last week that I really wanted to bring up with you guys because I see this happening a lot. And it's a question about whether or not you should continuously improve things and change things and strive for the next level of, I don't want to say success, that's not the right word. The level of perfection is probably the best way to put it. Or should you just let things be? And the context behind this question really was, hey, my website's on this really old platform and you guys are upgrading platforms. Should I upgrade? Now, generally speaking, our answer to most of our clients is, yeah, we're actually forcing most people onto our newest platforms and our newest updates because it's going to be in the best interest of the person. But the context behind this question really came down to this client of ours. We do 2 websites for, one for 2 very different types of therapy clinics. One's for animals, one's for humans. And the question was, hey, really, should I upgrade my human one? Like my animal one is all up to date. It's on the latest stuff, all that jazz. You guys have me there. Should I update it? Like, should I have you guys do it? Which, for the record, we were going to do completely free for him. It wasn't like this was a money decision. And I asked him a couple of questions. And I think this is crucial because a lot of times, whether you're thinking about changing a marketing campaign, whether you're thinking about adding a new service in your business, really you need to think about these questions, which number one is really like, how is it currently doing? Is it meeting the needs you need it to meet right now? So in this case, my first question to him was, well, how is that site doing? And I already knew the answer because we track all the data and records, but I knew, how is that site doing? Is that site giving you what you need from it for that business to be successful? Because this business, the human business, is actually more of a secondary business right now. And he said, yeah, it really is. It's giving me 20 some leads a month. And that's all I really need to keep that clinic busy enough. And then I'm super busy at the animal clinic. So right now it's giving me exactly what I need. And then I was like, so do you think we should change it? Do you think we should actually risk messing with it if it is literally giving you exactly what you need right now? He was like, nope, forget I ever mentioned anything. He's a smart business owner. He catches on quickly. The point in this situation, though, is that business is getting everything he needs. He realizes that making the massive change could put a little temporary drop in things because when you make changes, Google has to re-recognize them and all that jazz. And there wasn't anything he needed to gain from it. That was the most important point. What is there to gain by doing this? And I think if people ask that question more often before they jump into new ideas and everything, and just should I keep up with the Joneses in the sense for this website, what is there for me to gain? And do I need it? Do I need the gain? Is it worth the hassle for the gain? In his case, he's like, wait a second. It gives me exactly what I need. Why should I touch it? Now you could look at it and think, oh, it looks a little outdated or whatever. It doesn't matter. It works. Once again, I always tell clients, like, look, I don't care what your mom thinks of the website, if it's pretty or not, as long as it gets you patients. Who cares? Who cares what you think it looks like, or even I think it looks like, as long as your crowd likes it, interacts with it, and gets you the result you need off of it. Why would we change anything? Why? And I really find that this is the case so much with so many of the decisions we make. We just want to have the best, be the best, have the latest update, have the latest upgrade. Well, shoot, every time I update Zoom, it seems to shut off. Like, I'm about to stop updating Zoom because finally I get my camera to work, my Canon camera, which actually shows me like in 1080p. And then I do the next Zoom update, and guess what? The camera doesn't work again. And then it takes me like 6 months to get it to work again. And then 3 months later, Zoom does another update, and boom, it doesn't work again. Right? Sometimes keeping up is not in your best interest because you already are getting the result you need. And so this is where I really challenge you guys this week to look at decisions that are upcoming and reflect on decisions you've had in the past on whether or not they really are something that's necessary. Because I found it's super easy for me as the business owner to get distracted with unnecessary upgrades, changes, whatever, just so it like, well, it feels like it, it just feels better. Or it feels good knowing I have the latest thing. What if that's complicating your life more? What if that's complicating your practice more? Now, obviously the situations where you're fixing something that's broken, et cetera, totally different. We are talking about, do you fix things that aren't broke? Do you? That's really where I want to see people grow in their strategy, in their thinking, and in their business decisions, not just in life, life as well as business. All right. So this is my little tidbit, my little thought for the week. Do you fix what's not broken? Do you keep going on with the things that do work? And you keep them that way because they work. Now, when signs show that they're not working, we change gears. We evaluate, we look at things. But when they're working to the level we've asked them to work, why jump ship? Keep that in mind as you move forward this week with business decisions. And I'd love to hear if this helped you think through anything that's been on your mind lately. Let us know in the comments and or leave a review and let us know what you think of this podcast, what you'd like to see more of, and how it's helped you. I'd love to know. I'd love to know I'm not recording in vain every week for everybody, that this is actually helping you and helping you move forward in your business, because that's the goal. It's the reason I do this. And if you're also just at that point where you're like, look, Christine, I've been listening to you forever. It's time for us to chat. Please go to our website, ptwebsitesecrets.com/strategy. You can click there. You can book a call to chat with us. And we can talk through like whatever struggles you're going with patient generation, with getting ranked top 3 on Google search results, and with getting more patients through your door. I love this stuff. Gets me so excited. So let's talk about it. Have a great week, and I'll be back next week. Some more thoughts and more teaching to trigger your brain and keep you moving forward. Bye for now.